Actually, believe it or not, I'm not late. I was here. It's just that I set the time incorrectly, which means that right now I'm still live streaming on my main channel, but hopefully I'll get raided by my channel. Hello everyone, how's it going? Hopefully you're less tired than I am. I messed up my sleeping schedule, so I feel like falling asleep, but I'll probably entertain you guys, and doing that is going to make me chuckle, and then I'll be entertained as well. Anyway, please stop saying that I made a weeb succubus, cause no, like, Sora is not a weeb succubus. It's demeaning to her. Really good art, though, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Right, so, well, we're going to be discussing about an interesting video that I saw from a Japanese YouTuber called Sora. And, I saw the video and I found it incredibly amusing because the things that he found weird about Americans, I found it as well. I fully recommend his channel. I think he's got more views than me and more subscribers, so hopefully he's not going to copyright strike me because I do commentary on his videos. But I did find them absolutely hilarious, so we're going to discuss about it today. He's an American? I didn't know that. I thought he's Japanese. Well, I guess he's an American. But the way he presented the video, it sounded like he was Japanese and traveled to America. Anyway, right, let me pull it up. Sora is entertaining. I just found about that channel today, so I've no idea. Alright. We got some commercials here. Oh, he's got 1.2 million subscribers. Holy shit. Yeah, he does seem to have an entertaining channel, so, I don't think he's American. It says, I visited America last month. Right? So, like, if he visited last month, it means that he's not in America. Well, I guess no, hold on. You can be American and not be in America. Like, if you're born in America, and then you travel somewhere else, and you live somewhere else, you're still in America. Yeah, so, like, technically it's correct. Let's see if I got raided by my channel. I guess not yet. Should we wait a little bit? It's a meme on his channel? Oh, I see. You guys managed to surprise me. Generally thought, oh, here we go. The raid from my main channel is coming up, so. He does mention most of the examples come from his Japanese friends. Alright, well, let's watch the thing. And we can make some commentary. Let me just disappear myself. There we go. I hope you guys can hear it well. There may be a little bit of echo, but... Is it just me? Am I being racist if I say that it sounds like an anime? It sounds really cool, badass. Hi V, I hope you're well. Also, girls need personality. Do they though? Do they? I don't think they do. I think if you're a girl and you don't have a personality, you can still do well. Anyway.
その1、あれ？ここどこだろう？道に迷っちゃったかな。あれって警察だよな。警察に聞こう。Hello, police. How can I get to the station? Are you a weeb or something? なんて言ったんだ。わかんないから、携帯で Google 翻訳使うか。はいお前。今、ポケットに手を突っ込んだよな。そうだけど何はいけないの。警察と話してる時に、ポケットに手を突っ込むのをやめておけ。
So this actually surprised me, but I guess it makes sense, right? Like if you're in a country where everyone has a gun, and a lot of people also hate police officers, I do expect that police officers would be on edge if you put your hands in your pocket when talking to them, yes. But it's like something that I wouldn't even think about, right? Because in Romania, you can put your hand in your pocket whenever the fuck you want. Especially, like, if you're talking with a police officer. Well, it can be a bad idea to do. Is it, like, the same in small towns compared to if you go into a city? Like, I'm pretty sure if you do it in California, you may even get shot, so. Like, I guess it depends from state to state. Not just police officers. What? So, like, if I go on the street and I meet my friend, American Outlier, and I put my hands in my pocket, do I put him on edge? I would feel safe, just never trust the cops. I see. Al's and R's are actually swapped when they speak English. This is due to... No, I understand this. You should see how English people speak when they learn a different language. Shut up. Stop bullying people. It depends on the skin color. Does it though? Like, I genuinely do not know. Like, unironically. But, like, this was a little bit bizarre to me when I saw it. Because I was thinking, like, yeah, it wouldn't even cross my mind that it's a bad idea to put your hands in your pockets. But immediately I realized why.
ここは日本じゃないんだ。この無知が
警察と話すときに突然ポケットに手を入れない理由、何か武器を取ろうとしてるんじゃないか。
If I suspect you're trying to pull out a weapon. It's common in Japan to put hands in pockets suddenly. Here it's considered rude in Romania. Like if you're talking with another person, you're supposed to take your hands out of your pocket. It's not like because you may have a weapon or anything like that, but it's considered disrespectful. I genuinely do not know why though. Like, it's got no rhyme or reason to it. I suppose it's like you should make the effort in order to show hands, in order to like show that you care about talking to the other person. Like when you put your hands in your pocket, it's considered like you're about to leave. So like if you do that, it's kind of like implying that you want to end the conversation. This is like a bizarre cultural thing. It's not, you know, something to do with logic. But yeah, like here you wouldn't put your hands in your pocket anyway.
と疑われるから、日本では突然ポケットに手を入れる人が多い。その2、
アメリカっていろんな人がいるな。
I laughed my ass off during this because I saw the videos from California, and I think I know what he was talking about.
なんだあの人。めっちゃ変な動きしてる。アメリカ人すげえ。
Yo, what you looking at?
なんか言ってる。すげえ。はいお前。お前が見てるそいつは薬中の可能性がある。でもここ普通に街中だよ。ここは日本じゃないんだ。他人と目を合わせようとするな。この無知が。
ガチの薬中が。
Right. So, okay, the idea of seeing people that are on drugs in a public place, it's insanely rare in Romania. Like, I've never... No, like, usually people that do drugs, they do it in places where the cops can't see them. We take drugs to be incredibly serious offenses. This is why you had, like, that chica from the United States, which went to Russia with la marijuana. And she immediately got arrested. Yeah, we take that, like, really seriously. Like, the punishment is quite severe. So most people that do happen to do drugs, they don't do it in the middle of the street. But like, when I see videos from California or from, you know, like, Scat Francisco and shit, and you see, like, people that are on fentanyl and it's almost like they're zombies. Like, it's so bizarre, man. It's so weird. It does depend on the situation. If I was in a ghetto and someone did that, yes. If you're in a nice area, people are respectful. So it's based like on the environment. But the idea of making eye contact with people here, it's a bad idea. Like if you're talking with someone, you know, you should make eye contact. But unless like you're doing it for too long, then it becomes creepy. However, like if it's a stranger, especially if it's another guy, and you make eye contact, they're going to either think that you want to talk to them. They may think that you're trying to eye them, so like you may have like a nefarious intention, like steal from them or some shit. Like because we've been through communism, okay? Like low trust society, people don't trust each other. So like if you see someone that you don't know, which is looking into your eyes, you're going to assume that either they want to talk with you or they're eyeing you for a scam, they're eyeing you to pickpocket, right? So like it makes you feel uncomfortable, and some people even get aggressive. Like if you try to eye people, like you make eye contact with strangers, it's a bad idea. So yeah, like I guess you have this, but for different reasons.
マジで外を歩いているので他人と絶対に目を合わせてはいけない。理由、目を合わせるとポケモンのバトルみたいに突然近づいてくるから。日本では
Yeah, they do approach you like if you make eye contact with someone here, even if they're not on drugs, they will just come up to you and say, "What fuck's your problem?" or "You want to talk to me?" or like I guess like a little bit of eye contact is fine, but like if you do it for too long, it can get awkward.
は他人を気軽に見がちである。その3。
アメリカのレストランすげえ Excited, huh? By the way, what anime do you watch?
Wow, are you a weeb?
クリンジアメリカの机ってすごいな。なんか机が柔らかいぞ。はいお前、レストランでテーブルの下を触るのはやめておけ。なんで？なんか柔らかくて楽しいのに。おそらくお前が触っているそれは他人が噛んだガムだ。衛生的に汚いからテーブルの下は触るな。このムチが。
Do they not clean in America? Like this is so fucking bizarre. Like even in the worst restaurants, even like in the worst restaurants in Romania, they clean the table, and under the table. Like I actually worked at a McDonald's, and they instruct you to like clean the table and then look under the table and clean. I think it's nonsense as well. Like you must go to a restaurant that is so fucking dirty that it has like gum under the table. Like if I find gum under the table at a restaurant, I am never going there again. Like imagine what's in the fucking kitchen. Like if that's in the place where they have customers, imagine how it's like back doors. So no. They only clean the top. Oh, come on. There is no fucking way, dude. It's disgusting. Must be a leftist city thing. Oh, but maybe. I don't know. But it's so fucking disgusting. Like, I get it like when I was in high school. And, you wouldn't put your hand under the table because, like, there was gum in there. But everywhere else, at least in Romania, is clean, you know? Like, you go to the cinema and it's under the chair and stuff like that. It's clean. We have, like, restaurants, like, the desks are clean. Like this is unthinkable. If you find the gum at a restaurant, that would ruin that restaurant's reputation. Doesn't matter if it's under the table. Still, you know, like, you can't... Okay, fine. Like, you can find cobwebs and spider webs and shit. Like, if it's an outdoor place, you know, if they have, like, a terrace... Like, they may have, like, a couple of insects or something, but, like, I've never found gum. And not to mention, like, most people don't even stick gum under the table. Like, if you have a chewing gum, you have an ashtray. Because most restaurants, like, have ashtrays and stuff. Like, there's no reason to put it under the table. It's more economically efficient just to clean the top of the table. Dude, I will tell you something else. When I was working at McDonald's, a lot of the time you get bored. Like, literally, you want to do something, there's nothing to do, right? So, like, when you don't have anything to do, you clean under the tables. It's not fucking rocket science. It's like, there's no reason not to do it. Nice places have tablecloths that you won't touch the table. I mean, I guess, like, tablecloths is even worse because, you know, sometimes some food may drop. Like you might have, like, a little bit of rice that drops, or... You know, you're trying to cut the meat and accidentally the knife goes and you make a mess. No, like we don't have that. But most people don't stick the gum under the table because they have ashtrays. Right? Like almost all restaurants have an ashtray and you put it in there, so there's no... Germany only cleans the tables after closure because there is no... Okay, so like if it's like a super busy restaurant, they may, like, clean the tables after closure, but, like, even then, like, they still make time. Where are you supposed to put your gum then? In your pocket? In the fucking ashtray! There's an ashtray on the table. You put it in a napkin then. Like, if you don't... Yeah, of course you're clumsy. Dude, we're talking about statistics, right? So like if you have a restaurant and you have like 100 people coming to eat there every single day, like one person out of those 100 is still going to make a mess. But anyway, right? So even if you don't have an ashtray, you take a napkin, you put the gum in the napkin, and you wait for the waiter to come in. And when the waiter takes away the plates, they take away your gum. Like that, I don't understand it. This is so fucking bizarre.
テーブルの下を触らない。理由、汚いから。ガムとか普通についてる。日本ではこれありえない。
Yeah, this is shocking in Romania as well. Like, Sora, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Like, this is a culture shock for me too. I do not understand the reasoning either. Like, it must be peak rudeness. If I find a restaurant that has gum under the table, as I mentioned, I would never eat that again.
のでかなり衝撃。その4。
Here's your Dr. Pepper.
おお、Thank you! これ、今飲んでいいのか？あ、もう飲んでる。日本だとみんな一緒に飲むけど、アメリカだとルールとかって何もないんだな。じゃあ俺も飲むか。
Here's your food.
あ、Thank you! よし、食べるか。
はいお前。アメリカでは他の人の食べ物が届くまで待ってあげるのが普通。
でももうみんな飲み物飲み始めてるし、食べていいんじゃないの？
飲み物を待つのは日本のルール。アメリカでは食べ物を待つんだ。この無知が！
I mean, this actually makes sense, right? If you're at a restaurant, usually people are hungry when they get there, because like you don't go to a restaurant knowing that you already ate. So most people who go to a restaurant, they're hungry. Now, if you have a lot of people at the table, usually the food comes when the last dish is prepared. And based on what people order, it can take a lot, right? Because like making a hamburger, that takes like a couple of minutes. But if someone orders like, I don't know, like some difficult to make steak and you got like sauce and blah, you know, like a lot of other things are going on in there, it may take like 40 minutes until the food arrives. Now, usually if you have like a lot of friends, if you got like, let's say 10 or 15, the waiter isn't going to be able to carry all the plates. So if you are served first, like imagine the situation, you're served first, other people are hungry, and you start to eat. Like they're going to be salivating. They're going to, you know, like it's not okay. It's impolite. The other way is like also true. Like if you're really hungry and you're, you know, waiting for your meal to arrive, and someone else starts eating in front of you, it's going to be very inconvenient. The thing with the drinks though, like not so much, right? Because like no one is dying of thirst in a restaurant, so if someone else starts drinking before you, like that's no problem, I guess. Like at least this has a logical thing. In Romania though, like it is polite to wait for, like if it's an alcoholic beverage, this only applies, right? So like if everyone orders beer, it's polite not to drink until you knock the glasses with everyone, right? You go like cheers, and it goes like clink, 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 and then you can drink. And you're also supposed to drink after knocking the glass with someone. Like if you knock the glass and you put the glass down, it's called impolite. I don't fucking know why, okay? Don't ask me. Like this is what I learned from my if my grandfather did it, then it's correct. There may be a reason for it, I just don't fucking know. By the way, like the Germans, they also have like an interesting thing with the glasses. Like they have a very strong ritual when it comes to alcohol. When you so when you touch glasses with the other people at the table, you're supposed to look them in the eye. Defiantly, I guess. I don't know why. Yeah, they say tschüss. They say tschüss when they go like this. Yeah, and they look each other in the eye. Like you're not manly if you don't look the other person in the eye. Who made these rules, by the way, and why? You must look at the people. Yeah, if you're German. In Romania, we don't do this. In Romania, it's like you look at the drink. You also, like, you're not supposed to knock glasses if you have juice or soda or anything that's non-alcoholic, right? So, like, it must be an alcoholic beverage in order to knock glasses with another person. it's an entire ritual. Holy shit, you can write a book about this. Things that Americans do that scare Japanese and Romanians. Guns. It's true. Guns are frightening. I enjoyed my time living in Germany. Food was great. I'm not judging if Germany is a good or a bad place. It's just like some weird traditions. Every country has them, I guess. The rules exist because of extreme violence. I don't see how knocking glasses and looking at the other person in the eye avoids or promotes violence in any way, shape, or form. Some places will give you water free as a courtesy. Dude, like, I went to UK. Holy shit. Do you know how... Oh, God. So I went to this fancy restaurant in UK because, like, I was with my wife and I wanted to treat her nicely. It was a vacation. And I wanted to go to one of these Gordon Ramsay restaurants. Big mistake, by the way. Regret it completely, even till today. And then, like, I do the order. I ordered the beef Wellington. I think it was for 2 people, 50 pounds. It wasn't that bad for London price, right? It's like 25 pounds per person. That's okay, fine. Like, you're at an expensive restaurant, whatever. And then the waiter comes up and is like, do you want some water? And I'm like, sure. And he puts a bottle of water, right? And we drink it because it was, like, really hot outside. And then the waiter comes up again and it's like, do you want more? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I look, it was like 10 pounds the bottle or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck do they put in it? Do they put like gold in it? Like, why is it so fucking expensive? Why didn't they mention that like water costs money? What the fuck? Like, it was water. It wasn't wine. It wasn't juice. Like, I would have rather got Pepsi. So weird. You know? Like, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, it was expensive. Like, honestly, if I kept getting water, it would have been more expensive than a fucking beef Wellington. They put a bit of salt in it, so fucking what? Oh, did they put a little bit of salt in it so that you want more? Because, like, you're drinking salt and then you're thirsty again? Is that why they do it? It's water from the North Pole. Probably, like, that would justify the price. If you have to transport the water from the North Pole... By the way, you know, like, there are certain things that are expensive that make no fucking sense. Like, I get, you know, expensive wine because, like, it sits there in the barrel for a long time, or, you know, they can only farm the grapes in a specific geographical area. Like, I get that shit. But when they do it with mineral water, I'm like, why, though? Like, that is mineral water that costs $100. And I'm thinking, like, who the fuck pays $100 for water? It's like, it's still water, right? Like, it doesn't taste that different. I guess it's more like to put it on the table to show that you're rich. But even if I do that here, like, if I take the most expensive mineral water and I put it on the table, no one even knows what that is, so.
レストランで全員の食べ物が来るまで待つ。理由。日本では飲み物が来るまで待つが、アメリカでは食べ物が来るまで待つ文化だから、これ知らなくて自分はアメリカで怒られた。
Well, yeah, again, it makes sense. Like if you're hungry, right, you're starving, and the waiter doesn't bring you food, but it brings it to someone else at the table, and they start eating, like, it makes you a lot more hungry than you're supposed to be. So, yeah, I can see why you got scolded for it.
その後、
アメリカのハンバーガーでけえ Mine is big! What? トイレに行きたくなってきたな。I'm going to the bathroom and take a shit! はいお前アメリカでは特に飲食店でトイレに行って
Why the fuck would you do that?
来るというのはダメじゃあなんて言えばいいの I'll be right back とか言っておけお前がトイレに行くという事実とは
Yeah, like, it's the same in Romania. Like why would people at the restaurant want to know that you're going to take a shit? I guess it's to assert dominance, right? Like, you want to tell other people you're marking the territory. I would say I would say that here, like first of all, you're not supposed to take a shit outside of your house. Like, you shit at home. Unless it's an emergency, right? Like, unless, I don't know, like you went to Starbucks and you got diarrhea and there's like no other thing you can possibly do to avoid it. But usually you don't shit in public. If you're at a restaurant, yeah, you don't want people to know. I will say this, the women do say that they're going to the bathroom. Like the thing is, like when one woman goes to the bathroom, they all go to the bathroom. Like no one gets left behind. It's like in the military, you know. They don't leave a single soldier behind when they're retreating into the bathrooms. But it's usually like very discreet. Like they will talk about it, but they don't announce it. It's like, we're going to the bathroom. No, it's like they usually have like these eye contacts. I don't know, like they have like a different language. They just look at each other and they know. They use telepathy. I have no idea how they do it. They must be psychers. But like all of a sudden you'd be sitting at a table and you're talking and all the women just get up. Right? And you don't even know, like, when did it happen? What? How? And they just get up and they leave. And they're like, okay, well, it is what it is. So you don't get raped. What? Like, at a 5-star restaurant? Like, I guess it depends, right? Like, if you're in a place which is shady, yeah, okay. But, like, if you're in a place which is fancy, they have security. They have cameras, you know. I was going to say, it's like, so you don't get raped, like, by what? By other girls? But then I realized that we're talking about America, a more progressive place than Romania, so there may be other things in that bathroom besides girls, I guess. I can see the problem. Japanese public toilets are super clean and have the washlet bidet system built in. So it's not uncommon for people to use public toilets to poop. Dude, toilets in Romania. Okay, so recently, the toilets in Romania are sparkly clean. I don't know how they fucking do it. Especially the ones at the mall. Like, they are so clean you can eat off of them. And you probably wouldn't even get sick. So I don't know, like, how often they clean them. But even then, like, you don't announce to people, hey, I'm going to the toilet. And definitely, you don't poop.
誰も興味がないし知りたくないんだこの無知が
トイレに行ってくると言わない。特に飲食店で本当に言わない。理由、誰もそんなの知りたくないから。日本人はどこに行くかを伝えるのは重要。
I mean, I guess it's a cultural thing, but like people understand, you know, like they see the direction. Although, like in Romania, like the thing you can do is like, let's say a friend invites me to a restaurant. I mean, this happens all the time, right? So a friend invites you to a restaurant, and it's assumed that that friend has been to the restaurant before, and you're asking him like, sorry, like where's the bathroom? You know, and he will just point, it's like down the stairs or some shit, and you're like, thank you, and you go to the bathroom, right? So like, theoretically, it's okay to say that you're going to the bathroom, but like discreetly, right? Like you're not announcing it to everyone. And you definitely don't say what you're doing at the bathroom, right? So you don't say that you're going to tinkle. You don't say that you're going to take a shit. I mean, you're at a restaurant. People want to enjoy food. Like talking about feces or piss is not really appetizing for most people. So that's why it's considered impolite.
用なのでこれをやりがち。
Yo, dude, you talking shit about the US? No, I loved my...
I love the fact that you would assume that Americans have a problem with someone talking shit about the US. I mean, I guess it depends on the American, right? A right-winger, maybe, but like left-leaning people would probably join you. They would probably complain that you're not talking proper shit, though. It's like, oh, let's talk about how evil imperialism is and the capitalism, blah, blah, blah. But like, yeah, I mean, there's... It's interesting how, like, when you talk shit, about the United States, you will see mostly leftist Americans that you have foreigners talking shit. I guess it's because foreigners actually appreciate just how good America is compared to other places on Earth. In Brazil, you can witness all sorts of multiplayer activities in public bathrooms. I've never seen that in my country. Again, like I guess like if you go to some weird nightclubs that are shady, maybe. But like overwhelmingly, like people are civilized here. Like we don't have sex in public. We don't do drugs in public. There used to be that. I mean, maybe, you know, like in a rural area or like a very shady establishment. Americans poop everywhere. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess like if you're in a leftist city, yeah. No one has a problem with shit talking the US. You know, like it's interesting, like even right-wingers, like if you start talking bad shit about the US next to right-wingers, they don't care. I'm actually trying to figure out about a country where like the people in that country would be upset if you're talking mad shit about. I think like in Japan, like, or China. Yeah, like China, I know that there are Chinese that get upset if you disrespect their country or the CCP. I think like in Japan, there may be Japanese that don't like it if you disrespect it. But other than that, like, I can't think of many European countries. Like, in Europe, if you disrespect the EU, you may get in trouble in Germany. Right? Like, it's very interesting. So, Germany, like, they don't care about nationalism at all. Right? Like, if you talk shit about Germany, they're very happy about that. Yeah. They're very happy. They may even join you. But if you talk shit about the EU, they get really angry and upset. They were trying to push this ideology in Britain as well before Brexit. Poland, 100%. Well, like if you talk shit about Poland, they get upset. In Romania, they don't get upset. I think like, yeah, in Romania, like most Romanians would probably join you. The only thing that is polite to talk about at all in public in Japan is food and the weather. Is it that bad though? I was like, yeah, so like I know the thing with Japanese people is that they have this culture of not upsetting others, which is a great thing to have, but like when you take it to an extreme and you live in constant fear that, oh, you may say something that's upsetting someone else. I don't know, like I think like life would be really difficult. I guess like if you actually live in that culture and you're getting used to that type of behavior that is different. Like, I'm all for not upsetting others and whatnot, but, you know, like, if it's to the point where you're not supposed to talk about anything in public besides the weather and food, then, not to mention, like, in Eastern Europe, we usually do banter a lot. Like, we insult each other, we offend each other, and it's, like, in a friendly manner. I noticed that, like, other people feel very uncomfortable when they see two Europeans doing it. Like if basically, like, the Turks did it as well on my server, and a lot of people started leaving the server because there was a lot of hate speech. Like the Turk was calling the other Turk subhuman and stuff, and, you know, that was actually against the Discord TOS, so I had to actually kick them because, like, people were leaving when they were saying it, but, like, no, I understand where they're coming from, because, like, that's normal behavior. Like, this is what we call banter, and friends do it all the time. But, you know, I guess, like, according to American modern political correctness, you're not supposed to do it, especially not according to Discord. But anyway, right, so, the thing with Japan is that they have, like, this idea of not upsetting other people, right? And they take it to an extreme. And I see Westerners trying to abuse Japanese artists because of this. Like, they're taking advantage over the fact that they don't want to upset others. So, like, they're very prone to cancel culture. Like, I seen Japanese artists shutting down their Twitter, completely breaking in front of the mob. Because, like, some people would feign outrage and they, you know, the Japanese artists would believe that they upset a large amount of people when, in fact, they didn't. Fun stream, bro. I think you Twitch 307. I appreciate it. Where I am from, banter and sarcasm are meant as social correction, hinting rather than criticizing straight up. No, like for example, in Japan, like you have a lot of things that you're not supposed to do. So from what I know, you're not like you can't eat while walking. Like that's very bizarre, right? So here in Romania, like let's say you buy a hamburger from a stall, like you are allowed to travel with it, you know, like just walk and eat it on the street, like that's fine. Apparently in Japan you aren't, because you may accidentally drop something, and if you drop something on the ground, then it's bad, right? So like it's considered rude and impolite. So what you're supposed to do is like you're supposed to take your food and sit in one place, like usually like next to a wall or something, and just eat it there. I think like the Japanese people would be horrified if they were introduced to Romania's sunflower seed culture. So like the sunflower seeds, there used to be an epidemic about it. I don't fucking know why, but let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I'm trying to find the picture, but I guess like the phenomenon has almost entirely passed. Ah, here we go. Right. So I think it's also due to communism, unironically, but due to the fact that you didn't have almost anything to buy, like there was no candy, there were no sweets. I mean, there were, but not in, you know, in quality amounts, because we got boycotted by the West. Actually, it was a self-imposed boycott by the Iron Curtain. Doesn't fucking matter. A lot of people were eating sunflower seeds. We call them agricultural candy. And as you can see, like you would have several individuals just staying in one place. And after a while, you have like this immense puddle, like this immense thing of whiteness, which are the sunflower seeds, and they just keep gathering and gathering and gathering, and like at one point, you would think that it's an entire sea of them. And there were people that were eating them, not just in public, but like while walking on the streets. And I think like eventually the police started cracking down on this shit and applying fines. And I don't see it anymore. Like anyone that eats sunflower seeds, they do it indoors, because like thank God it was like just an Eastern European thing. Like everywhere you would go, like you would see like someone just splashed with sunflower seeds on the ground. Gross. They did this in Puerto Rico. Yeah. So I know that the phenomenon is not just in Eastern Europe, but like I haven't seen it in the United States or anywhere else in the West. Like it's a post-communist country thing. I don't know if Puerto Rico is or isn't. Eating sunflower are a pastime, actually. Yeah, I mean, the thing with the sunflower seeds is that they're very addictive because they're salty. So like you take a couple, and you know they're also tasty, and you just feel like taking and taking. It's kind of like smoking for non-smokers, right? So like it's a way to pass the time, I guess. It didn't really bother me. It's good for the soil. Dude, it's dirty. It's messy. I mean, it's one thing when someone does it in one place, but when it's every fucking where, like, don't tell me it's good for the soil if you do it in the bus. Right? The worst thing, though, is like, if you eat them in the bed, you get like a sunflower seed, like, poking you up the ass. I used to have a girlfriend that did that, and then I forbade her from having like sunflower seeds in the bedroom. It's like you'd go to sleep, and all of a sudden like something's poking you up the ass, and you're like, it's a fucking sunflower seed. And it's like, God, why? And every single time she would promise, like, no, I won't have any drop in the bed. And she would have like a little plate or something. But usually accidents happen, and one of them would go into the bed. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, go watch TV downstairs. Don't watch it here. Good for the bus tree, where the buses come from, I see. It's not even kinky, it's just annoying, dude. Like, you're in the bed, you're turning sideways, and all of a sudden something pokes you up the ass, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, literally, seat privilege revoked. You shouldn't eat in the bedroom anyway, right? Because when you eat in the bedroom, like, unironically, eventually, you're going to end up, you're going to end up making a mess, right? Like, not if you eat a sandwich, like some breadcrumbs are going to fall down into the bed, and again, like they enter your ass. Like it's bound to happen. Nothing like seeing a sunflower seed in your bed. The problem, like eating in your bed, is that as you make a mess, eventually it's going to attract insects. And I remember, like, I had an invasion of ants once. Like, I never had that before, but, like, I was living in an apartment building, and because I have, like, this rule with, like, do not eat in the bedroom, there were ants all over the place, but, like, they weren't in the bedroom, not even one. So, it is what it is. I don't know, like, why I had that. I think it was, like maybe one of them found something sweet, and when they do, like, they go back to the hive and they call all the soldiers, like, you get an army of ants. But yeah, no, they did not enter my ass because I did not have anything in the bed. Like, pay attention. A lot of people eat in bed because it's comfortable, I guess. You know, breakfast in bed is called pampering. And they also want to watch TV. Like, a lot of people have television in the bedroom, so, like, that's why they eat in the bed. But, like, come on. Obviously, like, they don't eat the main course, but they eat breakfast or lunch in bed, so it's very easy to make a mess. Are you ready for Armored Core? I've never played Armored Core. Like, all I know is that I think it's made from Software, right? And I read an article about some journalists about it, and they were like, is it going to be like Dark Souls? And the developer goes, no. Is it going to be like Bloodborne? And the developer goes, no. Is it going to be like Sekiro? And the developer goes, no. So eventually the journalist gives up. It's like, okay, so, like, what is it going to be like? And the developer goes, like, it's going to be like Armored Core. Okay. I don't know why people put TV in the bedroom. It's because it's convenient. Like, you're going to bed, you know, you watch a little bit TV, and then you turn it off and you go to sleep. Let me look at the trailer of Armored Core, if it's any good. Armored Core is fantastic. Is it? I think Sargon likes this shit.
Where there's coral, there's blood. That's how it's always been, 621.
So instead of getting a new Bloodborne, we're getting this shit? Okay. But, like, show me what the fuck the game is about. Alright. Yeah, it definitely doesn't play like Dark Souls. It looks kinda cool, not gonna lie.
Target for termination sighted. It's time to pay the piper. There'll be nothing left but dying embers. There's no greater threat than power without purpose.
By the way, I heard out about some really sad news. I don't know how accurate it is or not. But the person who made Nier Automata is a lady. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I found out, like, she disavowed her creation and is now a social justice activist, and I'm like, please say it ain't so. Armored Core City is the best mech game I ever played. Yeah, but I don't play mech games, I guess. So... Do they have mechs that look like hot robot chicks? Yeah, see, like if they would have had mechs that look like hot robot chicks, I may have actually played the game. Debo Shkushi. They don't have them. So if they don't have them, I don't play. Alright, I think it's enough for today. I think it's enough. I'm going to look into this Armored Core thing. Maybe I'll play it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the super chats, and I will see you all later. Take care.